We are counting down the final minutes of 2001.
And around the world, all eyes are on Times Square. Tony Aiello is there now for us. Tony?
Linda, Mayor Giuliani told me it looks more like the 4th of July and New Year's Eve, and you can see why. It is a red, white, and blue ringing in of 2002. Workers from the Times Square Business Improvement District just finished handing out thousands of American flags and patriotic pom-poms to the crowd, which is dancing and swaying and huddling together, trying to stay warm, and for the most part succeeding. Although I did talk to one woman from Las Vegas about an hour ago. She told me she'd had enough. She was heading back to her hotel to watch it on TV. So Bathsheba Presley of Las Vegas, if you're watching this, you're missing a heck of a party. NYPD reports very few problems, a couple of arrests. Some people managed to get some things that they weren't supposed to carry in, namely alcohol, past the checkpoints. The crowd has been here, many waiting for hours, and we're getting closer to the minute they're waiting for. 11:59 and the start of that ball that marks the ringing in of 2002. Maurice, Linda?
Hey, Tony, what about the size of the crowd? It seems a bit smaller than in years past. What's it look like to you?
Yeah, I think that's true, Maurice. I was here 99 into 2000 and 2000 into 2001. The crowd definitely a little bit smaller than in years past. No official estimate. Clearly in the hundreds of thousands. Not as big, but big enough to have a good time.
All right, have a good time. Happy New Year.
All right.
And remember, stay with us. We'll be live for the swearing of Michael Bloomberg right after the ball drops.
Happy New Year.
His good friend Judith Nathan, high above New York City as the kisses fly. Happy New Year from Miami to Boston, from Maine all the way down the East Coast through Atlanta, from all of us at Fox News and Fox around the globe. Happy New Year to you and yours. 2002 has begun. Juliet Huddy down in Times Square as the confetti is flowing. There were a number of concerns tonight that something might happen, and they were ready for it. 7,000 to 8,000 of New York's finest on standby right here. The security unprecedented, even stricter than it was when we welcomed a new millennium 2 years ago. And now the city that has been through so much, has grieved so long, has experienced times so difficult, is taking a moment to celebrate our freedom and the fact that on this night we can be here. Celebration of a brand new year. I'm Shepard Smith in New York, continuing coverage on Fox News Channel on cable and satellite. Good night.
We are briefly interrupting The Tonight Show with Jay Leno to bring you live coverage of the transition of power in New York City. Mayor-elect Michael Bloomberg about to officially become the city's leader.
The outgoing mayor, Rudy Giuliani, will preside as Bloomberg is going to be sworn in as New York City's 108th mayor. Ceremony set to take place shortly in Times Square. They usually hold it just after midnight, as they're about to right here, but it's usually done quietly, privately at City Hall.
There we just saw a couple. I guess he just proposed and she said yes. No wonder they were embracing there very warmly. There you see the mayor, as you said, about to preside over the swearing in. Second time that Michael Bloomberg will be sworn in. Earlier today at 11 o'clock, City Council Clerk Victor Robles administered the oath of office. And at that time, Bloomberg presented 15 pennies, a tradition that began in 1898 to show progress. Now this will be the second swearing-in ceremony.
And then later on this New Year's Day, noontime, the grand swearing-in. I guess you go for 3 when you're sworn in as New York City mayor.
Why not?
This is going to be number 2 here coming up shortly for Mr. Bloomberg, but number 3 will be down at City Hall, given the oath of office, that 3rd time by the New York State Chief Justice Judith Kaye. You've got to wonder the emotions right now. Rudy Giuliani riding as high as any mayor in this country after these last 4 turbulent months.
And all the challenges that await Michael Bloomberg, obviously the fiscal health of the city in danger, and wondering what his tactics will be. Tomorrow we will hear during his inaugural address what his vision is for New York City. Let's listen in.
Let's listen in.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of New York.
The Constitution of the State of New York.
And the Charter of the City of New York.
The Charter of the City of New York.
And that I will well.
And I will well.
And faithfully discharge.
And faithfully discharge.
The duties.
The duties.
Of the mayor.
Of the mayor.
Of the City of New York.
Of the City of New York.
In the City of New York.
In the City of New York.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Carry on and take care of these people.
It is official. Michael Bloomberg there. The smoothest transition of power possible. They said it couldn't be done. Here's a guy who they gave him long odds when they said, you're running for mayor? He said, yes, I am.
Office background, has never been in elected office.
That's
but
right, $69 million of his own money, and there he is, largely untested in the public arena when it comes to making policy pronouncements, live news conferences, thinking on his feet in public. His image has been largely carefully crafted as a result of advertising and political handling, and now it's up to Mr. Bloomberg to take this and run with it on his own.
a lot of voters, I guess, were banking on his background in the financial and business world to help take the city through the next 4 years. Later today, we'll have a complete wrap of the formal induction of Michael Bloomberg as mayor of New York City. That will be at 7 o'clock tonight on News Channel 4.
We do hope you have a good evening and a Happy New Year.